Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sicily here on the Loremaster channel. As once again, I have to tell you every time, we're not in Sicily, though we are close to the vicinity of it, which surprisingly, the realm down there is still relatively in good condition, but it is currently helping out Antonia, the High Chiefess, my half-sister, and Copio for the Dissolution War, in which he's intervening on this matter on a faraway land, in which I would like to visit there one day. But I'm going to need some money and provisions. We do have the provisions, I just need a little bit more money because I'm about to spend on some. But first things first, unfortunately my mother, who was born in Salerno, traveled through many places with me, and among other things, including Northern Africa, Sardinia, parts of Francia, and and then into Egypt, and so on and so forth, and then up to Central Italia again, and here we are in the lands of Dalmatia. Yeah, you're correct. Dalmatia, even though it's a very divided realm, in which I loosely called it Dalmatian city-states, but of course they're not city-states as much as they're all counties for the most part. Check government types. Well, some are feudal and others are more administrative, as Venice runs on an administrative system. Yeah. With the exception of Crababa, which is left as a Principatus Episcopalis, which I guess that's a Croatian term for, Prince Bishop. I'd never heard of that before, despite the fact that Croatian is my second language in real life, even though I'm not Croatian nor South Slavic of any kind. It's just years and years of study. But it is giving me lucrative business on this part of the Northwestern Balkans. And once I'm done here, I'm actually going to set sail and go to Constantinople and maybe do a bit of exploring in Greece and all its landmarks. And then go up there through the Logia Confederation and right into the lands of Mordvinia to see the realm of my half-sister if she does well. And also perhaps return to Egypt. Key word perhaps, because because I actually plan on getting some Croatian cavalry, particularly the Knin, which is available for people of all South Slavic cultures, with the exception of Bosnian, which makes sense because it's largely mountainous. These traditions are rather old time, because I remember they're just medical mystics, monastic communities, and isolationists. That's what the Bosnian starts off with. But over time they picked up mountaineers, which makes sense for where they are, and industrious, which, to me that also makes a little bit of sense. At least that's in the latter era of how Bosnia, back in the Yugoslav days, that they were quite industrious themselves, if I recall correctly. And Srpski, they do have Knin as well, and they too want to establish mountaineers because they do include the mountains of Dukla, modern day Montenegro, Sinagora. But anyways, as I said, money's about to be spent because I'm looking for two things: talented people and and Knin cavalry, because I actually want to start building an army for myself, as we do have the provisions to support it. And while I'm here, I'm gonna romance Gordana, which in 154 days, I hope she becomes my soulmate, because I want her. I desire her. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, and she's pure-blooded like my mother. And with her intrigue education, she would be of great boon to my camp when it comes to scheming, especially criminal activity. And speaking of criminal activity, there's this decision, which will cost you a lot of money and prestige for this. Levy the outcasts, which would give you Bandit's Benefactor, which you're recruiting followers in the lowest strata of society at every opportunity. Every time you complete an entry contract, you get unique men-at-arms. And the amount depends on the progress of the Gallows Bait trait. You lose 3 levels of fame for this, which I have illustrious. And it can range depending on either from 100 to 1,000. Because remember that man from North Africa, which we chased over the desert with till we decided we'd bring him over, and he brought his bandits into our camp? We still have them. And perhaps we could get more of them. At least 3 of the following must be true. I'm not ambitious, I'm not a schemer, and I don't plan on it. But what I am is I've done a bit of banditry, thievery, and marauding. That's the reason why I said we should do more of a pirate route. Because what do pirates like to do? Banditry, which they're kind of like sea bandits doing. Marauding especially. They don't do tricksters, and I'm not sure if they do poaching or not, but I doubt it. But most certainly they've probably done some thievery to a lesser extent if there's some sneaky fellas. So get at least 40 experience of all of these, which means up to level 2, and yes, up to level 2 of Bandit, Thief, and Marauder. That's what you should go for. So if you do like Mug, Wealthy Citizenry, that's Marauding. Heist Treasury, that's Thief. Now before we do that, and of course you could still do other little side things which aren't as valuable, but they're still good money. Well, meanwhile in Knin, while it's under siege by a peasant revolt, which isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Ah, damn it, it's besieged. That's alright. We need 450 to upgrade the pavilion to the max, thus increasing the provisions capacity more, and everything else, including number of men-at-arms regiments. So I know what we're going to start off with, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm wounded, so actually you should wait until you recover from your wounds, because you are hurt. Knin's under siege, and maybe perhaps we could take care of that little problem of yours. There's only 100 of us, and 6% chance you die, 5% you lose wounded and become scarred, 88% chance you lose wounded. I'm all better. Okay, now let's do it. We mentioned about the Prince Bishopric of Croatian origin. Heist treasure. All charters within and subjects of Krababa. Princeps Episcopus Iwo reminds all the punishments for theft and conspiracy to commit theft and bounties of those suspected as such. Only I may access the treasury. So, remember, our rewards are much higher now under criminal contracts, and look at that. 202. Might get into thievery more. So, if you wish, try to steal even more gold. Darling, I wish you were here. Let's do it. It's only a short travel. Although, mountains are dangerous, so actually take a shortcut from Knin to yes, there is some danger, but I think you'll do okay. Yeah. She's the new caravan master now, ever since we lost my mother. Rest in peace. So save all the money for the pavilion. Upgraded to 4. spot of larceny. Preliminary scouting around Grachats suggests we might be able to get away with this. It is not the only place that Precepts Episcopus Evil keeps this coin, but his holdings here are definite. You definitely have plenty, and guards don't seem to expect hostilities. In other words, risky but doable. Special tax, therefore construction slow down under poor management. Exorbitant special tax was levied there. Aha! And they built a small Christian monastery there. Even though there is no temple holding, all it has is a castle. There's shallow mines, simple earthworks. So growth based on intrigue. So I'd say the chances are pretty damn good. So let's just get on with our task. It could go up to 30, but we could do better. Mate, my man. Goes, huh? And the scout. The complex is not the man. 100% chance success. And to make the scheme go faster, bring on the giant and my sister, which I'm glad you're traveling with us. Even though you lost a child. And there's nothing to do about your brother-in-law. Stick with me. 8 days till next phase. Oh. We're gonna be rich. We just have to wait to accumulate the percentages up to 100. You can take the advantage. This will be a quick heist. %. Let's do it. Seize the moment. Like imps tweaking the nose of Allah, my band and I sneak into the treasury. A lot quietly picked here, a century judiciously stabbed there, and suddenly the wealth of Kambaba unveiled before us. Our sacks are filled as quickly as it can be, and we're gone. Hang the consequences. Just hopefully not us. 202. We're rich boys and girls. He has up to 656 lootable gold and electronics remaining, which can be stolen in increments of 75. So, upon return, you will always be able to test your intrigue to steal more. Test one of your following at random: martial, prowess, or stewardship. The prowess or intrigue of one of your agents, the aptitude of your master thief or master spoils, take stress, automatically pass the test. Escape of your earnings. If you fail twice, you will be imprisoned and your earnings are forfeit. You will earn extra gallows bait experience proportional to how much you steal. Your earnings from the contract have already been secured and will remain yours regardless. Double back into the temple, ready to loot. Because I'm an arrogant bastard. And I needed that stress release because I want more money. And this isn't related to greed. You know, greedy is condemned in Islam, yes, but I'm not a greedy person. I don't know those that... Yeah. There's more. Alright. We filled our pockets with silver coins stolen straight from the Precepts Episcopus treasury already. But there's plenty more valuable to be found in this castle. Golden candlesticks, elaborate tapestries, finest linen clothing, sacred texts, and more. All the many accompaniments that the good Episcopus likely takes for granted, but which to a humble freebooter represent profit. All we need to do is ransack the man's hearth and home before we are discovered and hightail it out into the night. So 202 gold is good, but I'd like to have a little more if we can. Let's see. Remember, if we get caught at least once, I'm getting out of here because I don't want to be too, you know, all that. So, stay low. Knives out. 93% chance that my skills come in me. Add 75 gold to the haul. Slid into the throat of the late rousing sentry. I catch the body and guide it gently, quiet to the floor, before kicking it over to the deepest shadow I could find. Wiping the blood off my blade, I toss the poor fool's post. Some fancy embroidery here, a little silver there. It all adds up. Death for a good cause. If the rest of the defenders are lucky, they'll be in a less auspicious environs, for I suspect there's still valuables to be looted down the hall. Do it again. We got it. 150 gold we have. You know what? Keep doing that. Because all the other options has slightly lower chances, so I cannot do it. So keep it up. Keep using the entry growth. It would give him stress because he's diligent if I were to tell him that option. Nope. Leave that to me. We have 225 gold right now. And if you want to have a guaranteed success, just pick that up. But I want to get lucky. I'm just letting him keep killing all his guards. 375, 450, 525, 600, and that's everything. By Allah, we've taken literally everything lootable with the Prince of Episcopus. It was castle. There we don't went 1 second to another, cruelly bundled together to make a minimum amount of noise, saving only the most precious of artifacts. He is in a very poor morning when he wakes. There's nothing left to do now but leave. Mind the sacks and let's move. 202 plus 656. Oh my goodness! Like shadows in the night, we are away. The first roars of alarm and outrage are simply distant echoes by the time they reach our ears. And the dull sound of far-off consequences contrasted meagerly against the absolute haul of stolen goods we find in our laps. A veritable treasure trove of fanciful trophies and precious metals. Now let's sell this loot. The 27 thief experience. Right, that's good enough thievery. It's one hell of a heist. I'm applauding. Well done, gentlemen and ladies. You are the wealthiest man I've ever known. But now, let's spend it on these upgrades, which will take some time. And I could go to other places, because there's something else I want to spend. But don't go anywhere. I will see too if I can complete the romance of Gordana while we sit here and be content of our riches. Which, matter of fact, this calls for a celebration. Two things actually. Seek higher education. I may try to improve my education over the next 7 to 8 months, depending on my luck. My inner talent and opportunities might soon arise. Might be successful in improving your aptitudes. You may only have a single attempt in life to attempt this. Time to hit the classics. There we go. You know, I'm not the heir to anything, so there's no reason to reject the inheritance, but I will gain the Gallivanter trait, which gives me... May not inherit titles, cannot inherit titles. That's fine. I'm not inheritable by any way, shape, or form, so we kind of want to leave that alone. But you'll still be able to gain land by the methods in succession, like through war or purchase land. And whenever you want to, if you want to get rid of those negative effects, you can clean your slate. Like maybe one day, like we could either... Like whenever I make my return to the Sicilian struggle region, if there is a struggle, I could either purchase land without having to go to war, the huge amount of money spent to get a land, and then I'm back. But let's be real honest. I don't want to be back in that land for as long as he rules, because he's the one that kicked me out, and I resent that. I don't want to live in the same air as he does. I'd rather be away from him. Preferably somewhere down there. I'll make a living. Also, I was trying to look at the plagues, because I noticed that there's a bit of a disease going on there. It started in pesto. The wetlands of pesto. Consumption. Has he secluded himself? What the hell are these? It's trinkets. Where did he get those? So yes, that's my path. Hey, look. You visited 26, 78. 500 gold with this amount of prestige. Lifestyle perk or book artifact. Increased lifestyle experience gained for future holders. If I'm far more wealthy and far more prestigious, I would take that option, but no. It's going elsewhere. Didn't I already hit that option? Yeah, you did. But now, as we wait until I fall in love with the Croatian woman, let's host a camp revelry here in Knin. Let's have a fireside chat. Gather around a fire, share stories, share drinks, attract useful strangers perhaps. Again, everyone will be here. Who says who wouldn't? We can't improve upon that because we don't have a mess tent, nor do we have a supply tent. Plus it's winter, so we'll spend a deal of time. Gather around, everybody. The night sky fills my camp with dread, lighted only by a flickering campfire. In glimpses I see my followers' somber, tired faces. The lust of adventure meets the grim reality tonight. The reality of waterlogged boots, eating last week's leftovers, and sleep interrupted by animals constantly rustling in groves. A single laugh breaks in the gloom, and I see another. I see my stern followers turn to gaggle into laughing children. Mirth in darkness is a rare thing. Seek the sources of commotion, and as soon as he appears in front of me, bowing deeply while still dancing, speaks. Boss Isma'il of the Solarian Sons, we finally meet. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Belisarius. He laughs. Right when poured buckets of water on me. Last the strands of fate have torn me away from my troop. Now I offer myself to you, and you'll heal me. I thought you were Greek, but no, that's our people. Poet, loyal, very fertile man. You might be useful in a diplomatic round, so welcome. You're one of us now. Yeah, we'll spend a winter here in revelry. Yay. Ah, Radic, the wolf boy. He's been a real challenge to mentor, but that is much certain. He's scarcely able to string a sentence together. He still prowls around like a beast. Life indoors seems to cause him a great deal of stress. When he does decide to speak, he speaks almost exclusively of returning to the wilderness. I watch as he stands uncomfortably on two legs and motions to leave. I somehow know that it's time that he's leaving for good. Wait, just give me one more chance. He stays. Otherwise, I would have gotten a notification that he has left. As I delve into the books trying to improve my education, the path I set in my infancy, I discovered sources that will certainly increase my chances of improving my condition. However, I started just to think about the price tag of these new ancient documents. In the end, it's only a matter of how much I do value my chances of improvement. How much? 75? That's it. Okay, I'll just paramount. No sooner than I had stood up to get more refreshments than Mate bounds up right to. I think we all could do a little bit of friendly competition, begins, bow in hand. Perhaps a light archery contest? I have a bow for you right here, Isma'il. But my drink may have to wait. Damn. Upgrade a random camp building for free if we were more into crossing. Now it kind of makes me want to get rid of that baggage train, since I'm not into transport contracts anymore. So I'll say, come then, you choose the target. 99% chance I win. I gain a trade experience with the bow. Or, alternatively, towards this. Honestly, I think you're better off with this. Why don't we hunt for it? First kill wins. He claims first kill. Alright. Fireside chat about diplomacy. Aegidius, why smile over the rim of a cup of gold's poorly, I suspect. Come on then, Isma'il. Let's see if your mind is still sharp after all these days on the road. Suggests a couple for us. A riddle, perhaps? Oh, without waiting for me to acquiesce, because I am sometimes yellow and sometimes white. Half of me is dark and the other is light. What am I? Easy. The answer is the moon. Because I'm arrogant. When Gordana's liege, Magistrate Dominique, invited me to a hunt, I did not hesitate to accept. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my songbird. I'm stalking through the underbrush, my page at my heel and my hound just ahead. Just it seems as it has found a trail. Suddenly my concentration shattered by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love. You're the one I want more than any other. What must have been a minute, but felt like an hour. I reach a clearing. Gordana is on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her, just about to strike, stands a huge stag. My arrow strikes true, and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment, all Gordana could do is stare. And then stumbles towards it and throws herself in my arms. I need you, my love, right here and now, because of who you are. As I will leave you, even though you do have a hook on me, but still, what are you going to do with that? If you ask for prestige, I'll give it to you. And speaking of giving it to you, found true love after I rescued her from a wolf. I cannot invite her to the camp, even though she is my lover, but she feels that she belongs in the court. Hook and travel expenses will not be enough. But I cannot leave her there. And you say she will not elope because faith differs differently from me. if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna... No secret can be used for blackmail. Alright. If that's what you want, we'll be right back. I'll be back for you one day. And if I ever have a bastard child, I'm naming that as successor, no matter what, because in my religion there is no such thing as bastards. They're all legitimate. Because I remember seeing somewhere. Oh yeah, don't forget that we've got to go get the stick game constructed because, you know, scheme secrecy increase if we're going to do more thievery, and as well as murder. As I said, you feel you belong in a court, but that man is no good. Like if I wanted to get rid of him, you'd be willing to join as an agent, but you say you like him a bit. I ain't gonna break up with him, no, no, no. She will come to me one day. And you are on the council. If you weren't on a council, then perhaps that got me to thinking. You're not going to get away with this. Well, let's continue with the revelry a bit. The fire sputters, its embers now merely glowing where they once roared. The revelers likewise begins to drift off towards their sleeping spots. A good time was had by all, but the hour has come to call the entertainment done for. A wonderful revelry it was too. Learned a lot from various stories shared around. +1 for all skills. Except prowess. It's too bad I can't tell you or offer you military assistance. You need a minute on regiment to get rid of your peasant revolt. We do have plenty of provisions and money. Maybe we should go mug wealthy citizenry. Go get some more gold, spend it on the coney. Good citizens of Vegulia, be warned that we are experiencing a plague of petty theft. Take a firm club with you when you walk the streets and stay indoors after dark. The magistrate will deal with these reprobates. 209 gold, some provisions. But more importantly, trade experience towards Marauder. That area is no good to travel. Take it to the sea. We'll be coming over from the sea, and then once we hit land, you know what to do, boys and girls. Notices the magistrate Juliana hung hold truer than expected. Vegulia seems to be experiencing a barrage of petty crime. You just making our way to the city were able to count a dozen pickpocketings and one outright mugging. Far too much of the work of the beleaguered householders as a magistrate to deal with. An absolutely perfect environment for enterprising freebooters like ourselves to make a little coin. Don't know what the secrecy is like because we're going to plan on that thing that improves it. Get on with our tasks. 30% success. Not there. Big man. Kazan, still around. Still in good health. And the lookout. 41 secrecy. Because I'm arrogant and this is why we gotta have that camp building built in the future. Yep, she's revealed that I'm seeing her in secret. Maybe perhaps he'll, like his liege will ditch her. Just to say, it's like, what? A fornicator? That's a crime in Catholicism. We gotta get rid of her. Yes, I lose my love devotion as I'm a sinner. I was never perfect. So who are they to judge? My love to her is true. And I impregnated her, and she's named me as the father of unborn child. Oh. We'll be born a bastard, which means no father. Well, what would people say? Because in my religion, there's no such thing as bastards. No. And two things. One more thing. Regarding camp succession. It's male only. We could change that to male preference. So, meaning if optional, as I'm going to be changing this law, sister is the heir right now. But if I were to have a daughter, well, good. If I were the son, even better. But for now, my sister is the one who's in charge here, while her husband remains imprisoned, which he's still in relatively good health, thanks to the sky burials and the Volga beekeepers, which I gotta visit that region someday. But we have other priorities first. 9 months till we have that built. Back out of Raggio. With the evening's work almost done, my agent and I mull whether to head home a little early. The conversation decided for us by the arrival of a promising looking mark. That looks like Bellagio, the courtier of the magistrate. For all the good it does him here now, unknowingly surrounded by the Solarian sons. All he need to do now is give command, and the poor fool will learn the meaning of regret. Shadow him and cut his purse quietly. 90% chance he's none the wiser, and he'll pay 132 gold to me. And I gain a tiny bit of trade experience of bandit. In addition to being a marauder when this plot succeeds. Nope, he notices me and runs. Lucky bastard. Can't wait any longer because we don't want to risk a breach which will lower the chance of success, so they might notice us of what we're doing. So do it! Thanks to the magistrate Julian's utter inability to enforce order on the streets of her own capital, Assyrians are able to shake down a more collective citizenry for everything they got. Not an honorable way to earn a living, perhaps, but profitable? Extremely. Still, the first lesson any aspiring criminal learns is when to quit. With our coin made, it's high time we left before the magistrate gets wind and comes looking for us. We have a long path ahead of us. Control's been lowered in her area. Become more marauder. A pirate's life for me. Even though we're not raiding coasts, but I feel like this is kind of like a path towards, but one would think. bungled your contract. Now listen here. Midas says not the patron. Oh, and the Serene Doge, he does not like the Serene Doge at all. Because framed. Are you sure? Yeah, there's no chance of getting her out of there now. And the elope scheme will not work. Would not accept this. I'm going to get you out of there one day, but I'm going to have a child and he's going to be named Successor regardless. Even if she is not my wife. Alright, let's get out of Knin before he does something drastic. Well, we had the city of Split, Spalathos, also known in Greek. Always take the safe path to the sea. Because I don't want to deal with the hilly mountains. And we're still stalling for time to... the time has come to know if my quest for higher education is successful or not. Depending on my choices over the last few months, as well as a few traits and luck, a final chance is given. Will I bask in my own success? Recall that your base chance of success starts at 20%. Besides your decisions regarding recent opportunities, experience, and luck, this traits shrewd, diligent, and ambitious give you a small bonus. Conversely, traits dull, content, and lazy will give you a small bonus. Good luck with your roll. 40% chance you'll lose the intricate web weaver trait, thus upgrading it. 6% chance you will fail. Success! You managed to improve your education. You're an elusive shadow now. It's safe to say his intrigue has gotten better since the days when he was young. Now, why am I here in Spalathos? Well, that's because, 1, siege's ongoing, I can't visit the holding, and 2, this is a city holding. Which there is something we can do here. Because here's the difference. Compared to a castle holding. A city holding will buy you artifacts made by the fine craftsmen of Spalathos. Buy provisions at a cheaper rate, I'll steal, and sell artifacts at a higher rate, and of course produce contracts. An important trade junction to the Dalmatia. The wealth generated in the markets of Spalathos seeps into every corner of the city. As we enter through the city gates, the shouts and imagery advertising local traders are everywhere. My friend, Tarig, looks around with a content face, seeming to join the change of scenery. I'm going to spend a bit of money on going to the local craftsman quarters. I should visit the fine craftsmen here. In Spalathos' craftsman districts, all relevant professions are represented. The weaponsmith Soban, over by the training grounds, Armorer Gerhard in the smithy, and Kala, the jeweler, further up ahead. Tureg follows my lead, leisurely wandering down the street and commenting on the wares display. She looks at me as I pause, trying to determine where to go next. The reason for all that is because I don't have a weapon nor armor, but no need for regalia. I have the Sicilian sword. So weapons are most useful right now. Let's meet with the Croatian one, who is from Knin, by the way. As if you just can't escape from Knin. Alright, weaponsmith Sovan. Idly chatting with some nearby servants, is standing by the makeshift stall over by the training grounds. He shoots me a look, promptly ends his conversation and turns to address me as he points to the weapons on display. These be the pieces I have for sale. Tempered in the hottest flames, he adds, with a tone of pride in his voice. personal scheme. I don't do much in the way of personal scheme. Well then, give me the Hrvatski sword. Croatian sword. A wrought iron sword of very fine craftsmanship. The hilt is adorned with intricate pewter filigree. So I'll say the Hrvatski sword looks like a fine choice. Hvala. That's thank you in Croatian for those who don't know what I just said. Coming back with a weaponsmith, various craftsmen and their handymen are still in full swing loading cargo back and forth. Some children are playing with a large helmet, feeding it scraps while taking turns of riding on its muscular back. I casually observed their game as I considered my next move. My armor needs an upgrade, as I do not have armor myself. And this is Gerhard von Berg Schreckingen. What culture is that? Diverged from Swedish, so he's diverged from Swabian. Good armor smith. The furnace runs hot in the armor of Gerhard's smithy, and the air stick the brave. He shoots me a brief glance, a final hammer blown to an immaculately smooth Aventail helmet. Walks over and says, "You see what I could do? I have for sale on a shelf there." It says, motioning to a sturdy workbench on the far end of the room. Let's see. I always like a good injury resistance, because sometimes wounded can cost me my life, but maybe this could save my skin here. So I'll say, it would only make sense to get the Siculo-Arabic scale armor. I didn't know you have one for sale regarding the trade from, southern Italy to there. The armor is constructed from excellently crafted pangolin scales that are fastened to the backing of leather. The set includes a crested helmet with a decorative eyebrow piece. The whole armor has been etched to display a repeating image of mythological beasts. That's for me. I'm wearing Siculo-Arabic armor and armed with a Croatian sword. The sweat from the forge is slowly trickling down my back as I'm rewarded with a cool breeze as I return to the craftsman district. Turek casually moves back and forward to the plaza, perusing the stalls, absolutely mind observing upon what to do next. I'm in the market for accessories. Let's just see what they have on display. From Kala Amazik. In the dim light of the jeweler's vault, Kala is standing perched over a tall counter, while so gently placing the tiniest decker onto the jasper brass necklace. Mesmerized, I watch her delicate work for a moment before clearing my throat. She acknowledges my presence, straightens up and contemplatively says, "In the market for a brooch? A ring? A necklace? Perhaps?" So she wields one of the small artifacts. Huh. I'd like to buy the Amazigh brooch, because it's an elegant brooch of very fine craftsmanship. It only consists of onyx, relics, and mounted on bronze fastener. Just to have a small attraction opinion. That's for future wives. I squint at the overwhelming brightness of the plaza, step out of Jewel's boat, and into the plaza of the craftsman district. Tarek, who started looking at me weird. I'm not one to complain, but we're surely done here now, friend. Yeah, we're done here. To the locals, the tavern here. The tavern, gathering travelers and local Dalmatia, is brimming of activity. Storytellers seated by the fire a bit further up in front. The gathering shabby chums are pestering the cellar for more room. Terry looks around the jumble of individuals with an intrigue glint in her eye. Let's hear a story. And then Toran thus received the sacrifice, the blood flowing down his torso, invigorating him, thus creating a new spring. But that's a story for another time. Cyprit Comanderi. What kind of drink is that? Euphemia, how do you tell stories so well? She tells me how. The details of Euphemia's story linger in my head. I walk back to the slightly noisier common room. At the back of the room, a nobleman's busy chatting with a peasant woman. My eyes linger on the nobleman's coat of arms, so I know what to do next. Let's see who's up for recruitment. Because still want a few talented people or not. Especially someone who's male, as we need to fill up some space. Let's see who's up. Approaching the crew of unemployed Dalmatia, I raised my voice addressing directly. I'm looking for some skilled, reliable people to join my camp. Who among you are up for that task? The interested parties introduced themselves as Luzio, the ambitious, Michelangelo, the cocky, and Hezekiah, the paranoid. Tarek hums and peers across himself to see which candidate to recruit. Let's get a good look at all of you. You're the breadwinner here. He's a Croatian, which I believe that's Slovenian. Cartanian, to be exact. Michelangelo, Italiano, Hezekiah, the Kazan. You! How would you come work for me? Oh! My goodness. Not only I paid 1 gold, but his prowess is increased further by 5. He's ambitious, he's vengeful, he's a torturer, he's a hunter, he's an aspiring blade master. He's your man. As I on my way back from the recruits, I catch a tense sense of honey fritters being prepared in the kitchen. Thurg, starting to look a bit weird, glancing nearby too. If we're staying much longer, could we please eat something from... Yeah. Speaking of eating something, supplies are this way. Hi. Well, wait a minute. I understand that buying food is cheaper in these parts, but I didn't think it's that cheap. Well, to be fair, you're almost filled. But there's a small chance of it. But you know what? I'll buy some of these at least, for once. There we go, all filled. For only 2 gold. Damn, the economy must be good around here. Now, maybe the town crier is something for us. Town crier, as he recognizes the looks I perk up his approach, essentially chatting about the nearby country full of nobles. He is still covered by friendly, shifting, white, brownish, grey old cat who looks at me with half-closed blue eyes. I tell this the narrator listens. Righteous arbiters needed to uphold order. Eloquent negotiators needed for diplomatic dealings. Able bodies needed for martial duties. I don't want any of that. I'm actually going somewhere. To Constantinople. That's my plan, but wait for this new guy to arrive here. Yeah. Him. Alright, he's here. Oh, speaking of Byzantium, what's happening here? Claim. Holy war. I want to go over there because this. Learning, martial lifestyle, wanderer for us all. Just this once. Get the experienced captains. Take the sea route. Should visit all of these one day, but I want to go up there immediately. It doesn't cost much in the way of provisions, but actually we can go further. Remember the realm of Mordvinia? That's Zaporizhia. Mordvinia is up there. Actually, hold it right there. Remember you said that you wanted to go get the light cavalry? Go get it. Except we're in the wrong culture to do it here. Dalmat, that's Greek. Blavatsky's this way. Okay, in this case, we'll just go over there. Stop. Stop. Stop, damn it. Put it here. Now move. Put these on. Culture squad is unfamiliar to me. Some of their customs equally alien. This proved especially true when Belisarius, acting as our cook for the evening, begs me to go to a stewing pot. It's a local recipe, supposedly authentically Havatsky. So, by a passing mention, I look at something suspicious. Is that stewed ferret with carrots? Well, free food. Blended with herbs from the Siculo-Arabic cuisine. The next 15 years. Oh, less stress gain, more provisions gain, increased provisions capacity. Every fall will have newer tastes. You got it. Okay. Get that. A regiment of it. And we can increase it more if you wish to spend it. The other alternative is to, well, spend it on provisions to fully reinforce it. But I believe the money is good enough here. 51 versus refill it through gold. It makes sense to have it filled up like that. But that's for size, but you can increase the size if you want to. But I don't want to overspend it, thus it would increase the provision cost each time you travel. So this is my plan. We got this cavalry. We'll have the archers as a way to counter against skirmishers, as this is counters against archers. After I make my stop over in Constantinople, get some food there, and then go to Morvinia to see if I can help my sister out. And maybe I expect to be well paid for this. So get killing archers as well. And okay, you can't do that again until a couple of months. Okay. Fair enough. You can increase size, but remember, it can only be refilled through this way. The other alternative is scrape the barrel. Every eligible men-at-arms regiment gains up to 25 soldiers. Spending a little bit of prestige for that. Or just inspire followers. 79% chance they're inspired and they come up without having to spend it. Do it. We got them. Can't do that again until a couple months' time. Now we'll take our leave. I'm not going to do any work down there. Just going to be passing through. But use the experienced captains. And it costs us just travel faster because I'm arrogant. Take it to the sea. Ghost of the Straits? What the hell? I'd be lucky if I see a place to improve our thievery, banditry, or marauding while we're up there. And it doesn't cost much, but keep in mind, you're taking some of that up. Increase that further then. Hey, I know you. You're the armor smith. And all of a sudden you decide, well, I'm the captain now. I'll be back for you. One day. we'll be back for you. Seas around here are thick with Lombardo traders going about the usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one point to another. One such merchant ship holds an item that immediately takes my interest. I want to lay my eyes on the jeweled scriptures. I know that I could never find anything like that back in the Solarian Sun, specifically. Nah, don't. Ghost of the streets. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, he's superstitious, but I don't think it has nothing to do with it. Though conceived outside the bonds of my marriage, my newborn son's made it safely in this world. He is born in the house of Mari, and that's how he will be raised. A good Aradsky name. Oh, hell. Well, in your culture, what would sound like a Theodore? Because that's a Greek-sounding name to a degree. This is a bastard. Illegitimate bastard, yes. So yes, that means, yeah, you could change the designator whenever you want to. But it's still gonna be my sister. Hey, whenever your old husband dies, you should remarry to someone matrilineally. Soon we're gonna be too far away, too far apart from us. And I can never. Is a child and is bastard. Bastard, but not legitimized. Build this up next so we could get another building slot, because I know what to do exactly. And here we are, Constantinople. Right. I don't see any contracts at the moment, so let's give this place a visit. As we pass through arches and colonnades, we enter the great city of Constantinople. It is no wonder that this jewel in the crown of Vasily Theodoros looked beyond through the heart of the city. The Hagia Sophia and the Hippodrome readily available on the horizon. I start to feel quite small near all these monuments. I was thinking of something else. First off, go steal that food. Isn't that the vessel over there? Got it. Now, anything of interest? Intrigue, contracts, diplomacy, stewardship. No crime, but I'll take the intrigue. Gotta put my skill to use somewhere. There's two of them. Find secrets. Improvise spycraft. Tier 2 though, so that means bigger reward. Though not as lucrative as, say, criminal contracts, but these will do for the time being. Hush. A clever observer is needed and busy. The predator wants to keep an eye on his neighbors and their deeds. He's merely curious. That is all you need to know. Small pay, but whatever keeps me asleep at night. I'm not traveling by sea, so you'll be alright. I just want to get there fast. Good. I'm supposed to meet Brigids Laurentius of Cappadocia, as Mysticos and Sebastianos. But when I arrived in Bizet, the castle seems empty. No one is about? You look confounded, adventurer. There comes a whisper from the shadows. Are you really suited for this task? What we need is someone vigilant, cautious, and subtle. I frantically look about. This voice appears to come from a direction of each word. See to be none of these, says the voice. As regards personas appears behind me. Yeah, let's find secret scheme. And I know just the people. And sometimes we may have to bring in locals. You refuse? Why? You're terrified by him. Okay. Analytic critics too dangerous to do nothing in the game. Ah, come on. Well, I guess we'll settle with him. You're one of the good ones, but bring up the giant. Cost 10. Ibrahim the stranger. And adjust the car. Has to be Rita Constas. I'll pay you a bribe. Will not accept. Okay. Hefty bribe. Which is nearly all my money. I'll make it all back. How about a hook? Yeah. A hook will do. This'll take a couple days. More contracts popping up as we go gather some provisions. There we go. Ah, my head lit. The missile rides alongside me, raised an eyebrow and silent cry at the man's exclamation. In response, Lutimus simply slumps down across his horse, with brain clutching at his temples. Clearly someone had a good night last night. Slow down for him. He'll be hungover for 3 months' time. While investigating for my acquaintance, I've uncovered a secret held by Orestes of Kyrgyzstan. In the ways he seeks pleasure is revolting for any decent man to even think of. Yet he's not merely willing, but eager. Feels so unnatural and sickening. No, it is unnatural and sickening, an offense against the law. Servant, fetch me a bucket before I... He did grow a good portion of Poland up there. But come on, hurry up. I need to help out my sister. In my work at the court of Courtiers, I failed to find any secrets mystical or specials I possess. However, troop does not have to stop us. He would have to just be civil to make sure they so I did have Siggers, he would not want to get out. Oh, well. No, I won't stoop so low. Just do what the contract suggests. Pick up an advantage. And go. Are you just satisfied with the insights you gleaned? You found what? No small feat. Especially those busy leads into the light, exposes somehow with me in my tent. How'd you get here unnoticed? I ask. Just before I call my gods, there's no longer there. Only sounds of sack coins I find. I'll simply take the gold. Try not to think on this. Back to Constantinople. Trustworthy eavesdroppers and enterprising foreigners. The strategos of Optimadoi wishes he'd been known as inviting useful revelations from across Autocratoria and beyond. Calls for educated reports on the happenings going on around his capital, attracts all sorts of charlatans, eager to earn easy coin for stilted rumor or obvious fabrication. Fortunately for him, my band aren't the same run-of-the-mill fools strong in his hall. Can trade in more interesting stories of neighboring lands. Know how useful they'll be up to the good strategos. Excuse me. Though, we need to discreetly visit a few places that he's interested in knowing more about. Oh man. Bunch of different places to visit. So where does it begin? I'd first make the stop over in Philippopolis, another in Ceres, and then we travel by boat to Naxos, and then back. This is gonna suck, unless I prefer alternate routes, but let's do it. No need to keep on waiting. My guards caught a young man and woman near my residence in the early hours of the morning. My scholar recognizes two villagers from a nearby settlement. They say they are childhood friends who are in love and want to get married against their parents' wishes. So they've eloped, but I haven't gone far. The young couple pleads with me to be merciful and let them escape alive. Why are you asking me? This is probably one of those events that's meant for a landed ruler. Also, their knives are no concern to me. Let them go. I got my own business to take care of. I was thinking about going up there to help her out. As we trek through Scotland, a caravan has stopped at a clear bordered by tall grass. I proceed towards the commercially defined mud and must have an ivory road. Why do you torment me, Smith? I hate being startled from behind, especially travel through these grasslands. Oh, come, it was only just got a bit of courage for our sake. Come on. Ah, damn it. I would need him for certain things. Okay. Streets of Philippos are abuzz with whispers of war and blood, but many locals are hardly convinced that Stefan plans a conflict soon. Rumin. Of course, wars are hardly a rare occurrence, which makes it all easier for the gossips of rumormongers to stir fears when there's little else to fill the long evenings. True or no, it makes for plenty of chatty folk who are positively eager to share their opinions of what they heard with an enterprising stranger. I'll put my ear to the ground. 96% chance success. He stymies me. That was a very low percent. Move your cursed tent. Damn it, this is my spot, cries Gideon, disrupting my evening walk. Moses seems unmoved, simply folding his arms across his chest. If you can't be responsive, it's got my temp on it now, can it? Snugs back. Desperate hard authority. Gideon whirls around me. Boss Isma'il, please, I beg you, discipline this wretch. We have rules for a reason. So, we have that fixed layout building. Waste my turn. Say a quick prayer and move on. Heading to Ceres there. Alright. Pandolfo and the fathers have been chatting amicably for many hours, so we continue our trip. Two of them seem to be getting along really well with each other. They're becoming fast friends. All the target Ceres is about some official or other in Strategos Callistos caught in taking a truly staggering amount of contradictory bribes. A little corruption here or there is nothing unusual, but for many civil servants it's expected portions of their salary, but these things have limits. Here, those limits have been stretched well past breaking. Poor news for the Strategos, excellent news for those with an interest in upset locals with stories to tell. Put me underground again. What? How do I keep getting unlucky? You know what? Abandon this contract. It's already a failure anyway. Stop. Go home. Preferably by sea. This way is much easier. Passing through Mount Athos here for the learning experience. Press onward. Abduct foe. Eyes and shadows. Adventurer landed. Nice. We have more sails. Long pig. Be getting closer towards torture, which may probably has its use. So see, now this is what I'm talking about. Gotta do more towards Marauder. Low chance of danger here. Instructions from President Families are clear. Find time when Bosporus is vulnerable. Dispatch any guards he might have. Bring back Cestos alive in chains. Simple enough. The good Praetor didn't go into great detail about exactly why he wants this particular man kidnapped by clandestine thugs, but it's not really our place to ask. Let's just get on with our task then. That'll do. Get the high secrecy. This would definitely work. Baggage train upgraded. Speaking of abducting, there's this one particular building I want. ransom cages. Yes, secure transportation display a prisoners imperative of getting the price for them. Unlocks the man haggler officer. That's the increasing amount of gold gained from ransoming your prisoners, and gold to pay to ransoming your followers to be reduced. Prisoners will be less likely to escape and unlocks the abduct scheme. And I know who I'm going to abduct exactly when things don't go my way. Which I don't know if that'll be allowed, but I'll give it a try. I'm confident she can handle it. I was contemplating about going up to the step to go meet her up there, but I think not. Let's do our business here, and then I'll likely return to the Balkans. Go back to Dalmatia for a short time. .88. One more round and we'll get it. See traffic. They become friends now. There's a lot of back and forth going through the Bosporus. Before Bosporus even knew what was happening, my agents had him, and he's finally in my hands. Hope he likes his new Courtiers. On our way back. Praetori Famios, spits Bosporus as I pulled back and said, I might have known it was you. Famios smiles and gestures for the prisoner to get on his knees. Without ceremony, I kick him to small to the back, sending the man sprawling to the floor. Likes a job, Isma'il. Crawls my employers and tosses me head first. Worth every coin. We have a long path ahead of us. Ransom cages will be done in 4 months' time. Oh, hell. Alright, thanks. And this, whoa! Look at you, man. Another giant. He's a hunter, holy warrior, winter soldier. Glad to have you along with us. I don't have to spend money to recruit somebody. Okay, come on. First things first. Let's steal some food and then get out of here. Because I got a date with Gordana. I'm going back to Dalmatia. Starting with returning to Spalathos. Get a sea captain over here. Because we don't travel by land because that's too much. Okay, that's a little. Yes. 6 months' time. Let's move out. Well, he is my prisoner. What the hell am I going to do with that guy? I could tell him to get out. And as for my sister, the High Chiefess, I think she's gonna win that war. She'll do alright. And Emir Soldan has started a feud with the house that is the heir to the principalities of Benevento and Amalfi. Salerno is still being developed. It's still comparative to... Whoa, Rome actually got more developed than it was. It used to be on par, but not anymore. Ransom cage is built. Now that we have the money, want you to build the stick game for scheme secrecy. Split. Steal the food. Up! Fumbled and raised his suspicion. From Knin, huh? Well, I'm sure it'll be... Oh, I can earn food by any means. Learned custodians are required for scholarly work. Able bodies needed for martial duties. Discreet X are required for lucrative opportunities. I'm up for lucrative opportunities. What do we got? Abduct foe. Abduct foe. Return to Knin. And the other one's over there. 219. 209. Perhaps I could get a favor out of Dominica. Since he's the one that's ruled Knin. I bungled your contract, yes. But I won't screw it up again. Not again. So I'm gonna come up there and help you out of whatever your situation is. Though there are safer ways. Okay, let me customize that route a bit. So, you'll be headed up to Dernish, then to Brbe, Sebenico, and then you get past to Kamachak, and then you're in Knin. And then after Knin, head back to Brbe. And these two areas are a bit safer. Yeah, there you go. That's a good route to have. We're in agreement. Don't do it. I win again. Octar leaves the entourage. Oh, you still got your damn peasant revolt ongoing? Alright, the instructions from Majesty Dominico are clear. Find a time when Stepan is vulnerable. Dispatch any guards you might have and bring it back to Knin alive and in chains. Simple enough. Good magistrate don't want to be kidnapped. Exactly why he wants this particular man kidnapped by clandestine thugs. I mean, he's in your court. Why don't you do it yourself? But... Okay. Whoa. Good thing he's an easy target. He's slow. Do it. Give me the best. 90%. Excellent. We'll have it up in no time. Animal rustling animals, but it's to a value. and that's up in Bosnia. But I don't do poaching. But as long as the money is very good, since it's higher tier, let me look at that real quick. Oh, Bosnia, I'm coming. You just gave me a hell of a opportunity of a lifetime to do some animal wrestling. Once we're done abducting this person. So after we abduct Stepan here, I'm going to do something with my wife. As I said, I have a date with her. I don't think we're being unreasonable, snarks the cook, who presumably drew the short straw coming to speak to me, waving an arm dismissive at the surrounding terrain all the while. With all this mountain game around, we can't even just take the time to stock up with some little luxuries that would make our food variable? I sigh, wearied the conversation already. Wonder which us would break first. Yes, our provisions are a bit below where I'd like them to be. There's little cause of such alarm. We're gonna get food regardless, so I'd say it's not in the budget. I'll be quite stern on the provisions. Learn to make do or else make do without, so less provisions use. Each time we travel. Murder foe up there. There's a lot of criminal contracts we could do around here. Okay. Alright, boys. This is your last chance. Do not screw it up! Hope he likes his new quarters. Right. Did it again. Now remember the safe route. Right, now that we're here. Alright. Now, listen. I can make a request to arrange a marriage between me and a captain of his court. Landed characters are reluctant to agree to marriages, even for unimportant characters, unless they have a very high opinion or have a hook on them. 1 second. All this money that I've earned? How about them? I'll pay you 100 in advance. Okay, he'll definitely like me for that. You greedy bastard. I could offer you military assistance, but he says no because, yes, you have a little gold, and you claim to be winning a war, defending himself. Not interested in help for this war. I mean, our force isn't sizable, but it's serviceable, which is something I ought to consider, now that I thought about it. I want you to scrape the barrel. There we go. That'll fill up a bit of this killing archers. I recruit with provisions to fill it up more. Now, what do you say? Still not interested. I'm just talking about, the size of it. It's a small force, but we can increase it further if time and money allows. Hey, you're a genius too. Look, I want your woman, right? As I said, she's the one. They'll stand down in due time. So, yeah. To arrange a marriage. Yes, use your favor, so. Arrange a marriage between the camp and his court. There's one marriable, unimportant woman, one marriable, unimportant man. Well, who are these unimportant people? Unimportant women. Gee, I hope it's not Maria. I mean, they say unimportant. It's her. So, let's talk about it. Me, Gordana, yes. I do not have a hook on him anymore. Faith differs from yours. Is important. And the fact that we'll right. Well. Yes, you read that right. I am actually going to abduct my own soulmate for this. Plus 15 because I'm Gordana's lover, so we know each other well. My intrigue, her intrigue, possibly it's court scheme modifiers. In 28 days, we're gonna have increased secrecy. So I can stop being so damn arrogant to secrecy. So let's have a balanced agent arrangement. Thug, muscle, footpad, infiltrated, lookout. I'm gonna abduct my own soulmate. I used up that favor. Graham says, okay, we'll arrange a marriage. Okay, which one do you want? But he says no. Looks like we're gonna have to do it. Discreetly. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. We'll be convinced. Okay, what the hell do you want? Is it a leverage scheme? Okay, offer you a hook as well, and is willing to accept. I need you to be the thug around here, because I want guaranteed success. Big man, you're always the muscle. Is it gonna get higher than that? What's your problem, Mate? Things too dangerous. Okay then. Then sister will do it. The infiltrator. The always reliable Courtiers. So it'll be 74 days for each next phase. And to be the lookout. Okay. She'll do. 52 secrecy, but we're about to have a new building and this will increase the secrecy. I'm not going to do any newer jobs or contracts just yet. I ain't leaving without my soulmate, alright? Hold on. Let's finish the stick game. Boom! 72%. So there's a chance that it might be known. And be careful with the breaches. Alright. While we wait, let's go listen to the story. And to be yearning to be rid of the incessant hammer, and Zeus's head was split in two, forsprung by Athena, wisest of the deities. What are you, Hellenic? Why do you tell stories so well? There's that chanting mix from earlier. Who is that? Hey, a fellow Siculo-Arabic. Who are you? I'm attempting to observe the Mink sitting down at the nearby table with the tavern owner called S&F, didn't he? She looks puzzled as I approached her. Because of my toenails clear as my dampers. Why would this bother me? I'm Boss Isma'il, the Solarian Sons, damn it! I keep reminding myself of my previous accomplishments in order to make home, but mostly failing. She might be an asset. and possible potential secondary wife. She came from Palermo, moved to Lucca. Aside from stealing hearts, what else do you do? 83% chance that she'll be charmed by my advances and she'll join the camp. 60% chance that she'll start ignoring me. Got her. Welcome aboard. Don't spend the money on recruitment, but hey, we got a free courtier. And give me the damn boot. As always. No more criminal stuff, so I'd be willing to do some traveling. That used to be an old school thing. Escort emissary. Yeah, that we could do. She came from Rabia. Golden gift. But don't go anywhere. Campfire crackles, illuminating a figure entering our circle. He moves with vigor despite the latency of the hour. His hand wrapped around a walking stick. Those standing guard already intercepting, but I wave them away. Do you have a place for a man of God? He smiles at me, hopefully dirty clothes and silveries. A wandering imam. Actually, he's Bogomil. Well, maybe, but not of the sorry faith. So, he is a monk of the Bogomilist faith. He's rather vengeful and zealous. So, he'd be a well-learned person if you need a theologian on your side. We could do a man with such willingness. He agrees to stay for a while. Stick around, I might need you. If we need a theologian. Why the hell not? Spend most of it on another level of the baggage train. Because we want more food capacity. Is it not the... was as defender? It's called... No. This... What the... I don't live in Bloodplains, so no. I'm not joining. Our mercenary force that you claim to be is too small to be of any significance. We're not prepared. And I need a lot of money. And money through minor mercenary work, even if I don't contribute much to anything, it'd be a waste of time. And a waste of your money, too. Say, would you like to be the manhandler? Nobody? I've been mulling over strongly word letter received from my brother Amir Saldan, the man who exiled me. He's laid out his firm wish that our entire house express enemies of the relative city of dogs. I cannot defend Thari's killing of Saldan. Saldan, the cousin. For the risk of our family. I cannot refuse him. I'm in the middle of a plot right now. So I'm glad you're thinking of me for once in your damn life. Boss Isma'il, my leader, I've met the most bewitching woman here in Spalatos. My bodyguard finds stumbles as he just. Her family will not let us marry without me paying a sizable dowry. So please help me. Oh yeah, I know her. She's that storyteller, I think. Let's see if she's willing to run away with me. 99% chance that she'll join and marries. And well, it's past childbearing age, so I guess you're doing it out of love. Yeah, you got it. when I'm done with all the work here, this will be for next episode. When I do all these things here, I plan on going back down to Egypt. Return to Egypt. For, what's going on down there? Amira Zara's claim. Are you saying a potential first female Padshah of the Arabian Empire? You nuts? Okay. We gotta wait for one more advantage. No. 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 We're too insignificant. And plus I need the sizes increased for all these to make it even matter. Even to be a small, light mercenary force. Moment, my liege, my boss. Excuse me. Ibrahim Stassi is a servant in cabin. He's still breathing heavily when he addresses me, folding his arms. Do not think your efforts will go unnoticed. The men admire you, children be like you when you play, and the whole camp seems to think you're the greatest man alive. I wish to help you in the same ways you help us, as I know your current efforts. But I believe to be a worthy addition. No, I'll finish the job myself. Actually, we can increase it to 100% instead of 90 right now, so we can wait another, then we'll get it done. The 33rd remove? The 33rd war to remove this man? What has he done to you? 33rd war? After 33 attempts, and it's going to be the 34th time that they failed to depose this man. What has that man done? Look, you don't need it. You're good. 33rd times. Oh boy. Since when I've become suddenly so attractive to the armies of Europe and North Africa? I guess I should start saving up money to increase the size of men-at-arms. And I still want to go to Egypt to get the men-at-arms of the Buddhism as well. Actually, it cannot go higher than 90, so it'll do. Alright. This is for my soulmate. I'm going straight to hell for this. A perfect opportunity presents itself. Gordana the Knin. With nary any guards. She must think herself safe. 99% chance she becomes my prisoner. A successful abduction will reveal my identity otherwise. 28% chance I'm discovered if screwed up. Before Gordana even knew what was happening, my agent's had her. She's finally in my hands. I hope she likes the new quarters. What was she doing in Arba? When you said Dominica. Seven Gaspa. A prisoner and soulmate. Alright, she's on her way. And to escort her will be Lutumisil the Giant. Gonna escort a strong giant. Can never go wrong for this old marauder. Keep her safe. Let me think. Where's your issue? Where are your bastards? Are they even visible? The populist uprising. Just ignore that call, okay? Just pass it through Lika, Ribnik. My brother's been... Hold on. Who would have guessed to come to this? My soulmate, Gordana, shuns my very presence, even though she's still in my clutches. Her affection for me is gone. The love she harbored fled? Well, she could not. No longer lovers. Oh, she hates my guts now. I think soulmate overtakes lover. That was just meant for a lover, I think. Sebeniko? Smina? Castella? And Spalatos. Alright. You are here, and at last, you are mine. What say you? She is here. Boss Isma'il, my dear pet, I have no choice but to accept your conditions of my release. Watch your step now, Gordana. It seems you did a good job as physician. You're good and all, but still average, but you know, not as good as he. And, what the hell's going on with my brother? 1 second. Gordana. Oh yeah, we still have Stip on. You want this guy? Get a hook on him. Oh. Get out of there. Maybe two. I don't know why on earth they keep me there. But anyways. I cannot believe that method worked. You decided to abduct your own soulmate. Despite what you just did to her, she still loves you for it. It's like, yes, we forcibly recruit you. Yes, we betrayed our promise. Yes, I've abducted you. But all in all, you still love me. And now, we are together. Finally. And as for that bastard child of yours, well, I guess we can leave him there. We're both fornicators. Still love each other. This was basically like, we couldn't elope you, but this is my way of getting to you to me. And now, here we are. Married at last. On the day of my real-life birthday, nonetheless. Oh, Mistress Gordana, my darling. To think that I can embrace you openly now, with the blessing of both Allah and the people around us. I'm the happiest man alive. Come here, wife of mine. Well done, Lord Master, you crazy, crazy person. And you know what? Let's end the episode on that note. That is one hell of a way to end the episode like that. So, we hope you people enjoy this next episode. We're going to do some more work here on the Northwestern Balkans. And then I'm going down to Egypt to get us some arborism men-at-arms. We're going to start saving up some money to increase the size of said men-at-arms so we could be, you know, off and on mercenaries, depending on the war. And subsequently, do more crime. And keep upgrading the camp buildings such as the proving grounds, as we need, you know, room for certain officers of certain men-at-arms so they can be stronger and more effective. Well, now that I have her, I'll try to be legitimate. And as for him, well, screw him. We're leaving him there in Knin. So, there'll be people see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.